most general as always. So we are today going to be talking about Blowout from 1981, starring John Travolta, Nancy Allen, who obviously a lot of you guys know starred in Carrie, the original Carrie, a few years prior to this, and John Lithgow. Now, this movie, I was like, I don't even want to call this a deep find, because I have a feeling probably more of you guys have seen this movie than I, assume that have seen it, but hey, whatever. This is actually streaming right now on Prime, and let me tell you, this has been sitting on my watch list for like literally a month. Once again, this is how far behind I am on movies, so yeah. But anyway, so terrific little cast. And fun little fact, thank you to Christopher Taylor 128 on Instagram, because he was kind of asking what I thought of this movie and everything, and had actually informed me that Quentin Tarantino has cited that this is John Travolta's best performance. And you know what? Honestly, to tell you the truth, and I've not seen every single John Travolta movie, but I would have to agree. Like, he actually, all three actors that I just named, terrific performances, but John Travolta, especially at the end, like his last few scenes and everything, and I don't want to give away the ending at all on this, because, yeah, like, I want you guys to watch this for yourself if you haven't seen it yet, and see what kind of reaction you have with the ending. But the ending, wow, just saying. I mean, it's nothing, like, I don't want to set, like a something in your mind, like a standard in your mind, but I really did not see that coming. I'm just saying, that's all I'll say about this. But basically what Blowout is John Travolta's character is this sound effects guy for movies and everything, mainly like horror movies. We're under the impression, but he's a sound guy. He does sound effects for movies and everything. And basically, he's out one night just kind of recording like different sounds and everything, because the director or whoever he was working with was like, oh yeah, this, we've used the sound effects so many times, like it's overused, he needs some new sound effects. Basically gets some sound effects, but in the process there's a car accident with Nancy Allen's character and this other character who is governor and is going to be running for president and everything, so it's a little bit of a scandal. So this happens, the governor dies, and of course, there's people trying to cover it up, because they don't, not necessarily cover up the accident, but the fact that he was with Nancy Allen's character, who's basically a prostitute in this movie. And, they're kind of like, well, we don't want, his wife to know that, he was with someone and probably had his hand up her skirt and everything. So they're being told, pretty much anyone that they found who has seen this or even like recorded any sort of aspect of this, basically telling them, hey, why don't you leave for a little bit? Like, they tell Nancy Allen's character, why don't you lay low, why don't you leave for a few months, like, here's a train ticket or something, go, just basically disappear. They tell John Travolta's character, like, hey, so you have a recording of, or at least a sound recording of the accident. Don't ever let anyone hear this. Don't let it see the light of day. And then we come to find out that there was someone recording at the time of, or recording at the accident, basically. And, he was kind of like, oh, I saw the governor. Yeah, I had a video, but reasons can't like show it. But it ends up being where like stills of the accident, literally frame by frame, are released by a magazine. Basically, he kind of sells the rights, and so John Travolta throughout this movie is trying to kind of piece together what happened and everything, kind of proving like, hey, there's more to this. I don't think his tire just blew out. I think someone shot it and everything, or shot at the car, leading the tire to blow out and everything. They got the tire and stuff. So just all this sort of stuff. And then come to find out that there's basically a serial killer out on the loose and everything. And basically this is where John Lithgow's character comes into play and everything. And to trying to sort of catch him, Travolta and Nancy Allen kind of are teaming up, trying to like figure out like how to catch this guy and everything, and just all this stuff that is going on, and it's just a terrific little movie. Like I said, this is not a horror movie. It has horror elements, but it's definitely a like drama thriller. And actually, I think Amazon actually's description or category is it put as like a drama thriller, and it's excellent, you guys. Even if you're not much of a drama thriller type person, this is worth your time. It's almost 2 hours. I know it seems like 2 hours, but very much like Hellfest, it goes by pretty quickly. Like you're like, it doesn't drag on. At least to me, it didn't drag on. There's always new little things that they're stumbling upon, little clues, little pieces of the puzzles falling in place. They're like, oh man, I didn't see that coming. And even like the end, like I said, I don't want to spoil the ending because I just don't, once again, I don't know how many people have seen this. I know normally with an older movie like this, I'm like, oh, if you haven't seen it yet, then too bad. But, it just, the whole movie just hooked, lined, and synced me, synced me, whatever. No, but this is just a terrific little movie, worth checking out. I mean, I think a good number of you guys would actually like this. I'm thinking maybe Sarah 1228 might like this. I know Juanita would love this movie. Pretty sure Jen and Christian, if they haven't already seen this movie, probably would kind of really enjoy this movie a lot. So I'm just saying, like, if you want something, this movie is perfect for those of you like me who want to watch something not really horror, like you watch too much horror, you binge too much horror movies, but you kind of want something with a little touch of horror, a couple of little horror elements, but nothing straight up horror. This is right up your alley. Check it out. Definitely. I would say I would give this movie like a 9 out of 10. Yeah, I'm going there. Not quite perfect. It's got its flaws, but I would give it like a 9 out of 10. I'm just saying. That's just me though. It is really good, you guys. You would not be disappointed in this movie. Check it out. For those of you who have seen this movie, let me know what you think in the comments. What did you think of the ending? What did you think of the story? Let me know. I want to hear from you. But till next time, as always, you guys, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.